Hey guys, welcome back to Prepar3d. We're currently here at Newcastle in the KLM 737-700 with the winglets, and currently getting the catering aboard. It is around about 2 hours till sunset. The sun's just around there. You can just near that pole there, and currently we're being catered catered by Cuisine Air, and passengers and baggage will be used by Menzies Aviation. Currently in Newcastle, got British Airways over there. Got Jet2 737 as well. It's like, I think there's an EasyJet just there. Yeah, there is. There's a couple of EasyJets. Thompson, Jet2, another one, and Thomas Cook. So yeah, we got quite a lot of not a lot, but dents for Newcastle today. And we're back off to Amsterdam, as you can tell. KLM, always back to Amsterdam, or from Amsterdam, obviously. So that's the catering on board. I just turned on the power, open the doors, so you can see everything here. Apparently got max fuel. It's gonna, yeah, we need to change everything for the fuel and like that. Just opened an application, do not want to open, and so total fuel on board today. Let's go and cancel that. End task. Yeah, so total fuel on board today only be 5966. Like so. So we're extremely light. There's nothing in the center tank. And the zero fuel weight today, 54.9. Invalid. Well, we're completely 100% fuel today. So everyone's on board. I just heard that come on board. Let's go and set ground power actually as well. Otherwise we are going to run out of power. And let's go and close the doors. Like so. But yeah, all the cargo doors and everything else is open, like passengers' doors. So we're good to go. Let's go to FMC and let's start aligning the IRS system nav, like so. And come back down, actually stay up here and just turn on these seatbelt signs, because technically passengers have boarded. Emergency exit lights can now be armed. Pause in it. So we're here at Newcastle, so EGNT. And gate 5. I think it was gate 5. Yes. And GPS left. Pop into there. So the route page, EGNT to EHAM. That can get you the company route, along with our flight number today of KLM 964. Take off runway 25. That's that. Activate that, execute it. Let's go to depart. So departing out to 25 and a girly 1Y. Is it girly? Girly with an I, not a Y. So execute that, and that's in a ref we got here. So transition altitude out of Newcastle apparently is 3,000 feet. I'm going to double check that with the charts I have, which is actually wrong. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Just thinking it's coming out of Amsterdam, which I think Amsterdam's 3,000 feet. Wait, does that mean did I set the route wrong? No. Yeah, so yeah, that's good. Yeah, some reason I think Amsterdam is a 3,000 feet transition altitude, which it should be. And yes, it is. So I got a little bit confused there. That's fine. That's fine. Perfectly fine. So yeah, our cost index as well is 25. So if you can bang in, like so, flight. And our flight trip altitude sort of thing would be wow. It says 390 and tops up at 380. So I could put that in there. There you go. It's close enough. And our planned fuel for the day, I'm going to be planning 2.2 tons of fuel. There we go. We got our trip flight level up all the way up to 400. That's why it works. I should put that in there first. But the final reserve 1. And cruising wind 316/047. That kind of gives us a little push as well. So we should get there a bit faster than what we expect. because of tailwind on the way to Amsterdam. Alright, N1 limit. 22k D rate assumes that's a temperature of 28 degrees. Gives us an N1 speed of 89.8%. Let's go takeoff page, enter the CG, flaps 5. There's our V speeds. So V1 of 121, VR of 123, V2 of 131. So let's go and put 131 up here. And let's go and set up the NCP. So VOR's on, weather and data, all the way zoomed in, traffic on, HPA, now we can set the barrier reference of 1018. Same over here, HPA, VORs can come on, terrain and data up to 40 nautical miles, get a good range there. And we can, yeah, that's the engine page, that's fine. Looking good, looking good. Alright, that's all fine, so let's go over the overhead panel and make sure everything's set here as well. This can go up to 390. And current height at Newcastle is airport elevation 240, so 250 is fine. That sets the pressure for now. Passengers have boarded, so we can go close those doors. And I'm assuming, yep, boarding is completed as well. So we can go close the other doors. That's perfect, because we're ready to push back anyway as well. We can go to the legs page. Now it's ground connections here. And start up the APU. So we can click start there. You can see that little dial come up and back down. We'll turn on the fuel pumps, as we'll be needing them soon, as well as the window heats. Probe heats can come on now, because now the probe heats are on. We can remove the pitot covers. And hydraulic pumps are not needed just yet, until engine starts. Same with the yaw damper. Pretty much wait for the APU to start up. But first, actually, we need to set up most of the rest of the MCP here. So, heading of 247. 247, yes. And a altitude height of 370. Like that. When I said the altitude is actually 240, I read the wrong thing. It's 2. So altitude is 240. Apparently going to be at 1100 feet by there. So we've got a massive, really steep climb to start off with. Bit of a challenge. And maximum, actually. Maximum. Let's go to the legs page and we set up. Let's make sure everything's set here. So MTW03 maximum of 180 knots. And here's 250. And that's all good. Yeah, that's fine. That's NRF and N1 limit. Take off. Here we are. Let's go to the next page actually and set up the runway winds and everything else. So conditions on there on the active sky. You can see the surface winds are 2908 knots, which I'll plop in. 290 at 8 knots, like so. And there is no runway slope in P3D, so that can set to 0. Runway condition is dry. That's good. Acceleration height, that's a 3000, and reductions for that, which I do not want to do actually. 3000 as well, and this one comes up to 2500. Like that. Perfect. Previous page. And that did actually update our VSPs of 131, that's fine. So we can click execute and make sure that everything's good in there. And APU has started, I'm assuming. Yes, it has. APU generators on. And remove the wheel chocks. We can set both here. Set hydraulic pumps. I need to set the parking brake, that would be a good thing to do. And I just click the wrong button. Perfect pushback. Nose right, obviously, there's no point going nose left, otherwise you won't be able to taxi anywhere. As you can see, this higher air conditioning is the problem currently. So that's just due to engines not started. Now let's just go and wait for GSX to get everything ready. So let's go and set the TGAS ready for takeoff. So 2000, and that's set. and weather and terrain. I think it's terrain or turbulence. Not sure what that T stands for. It's one of the two, but I prefer to have T. I will remember to start the timer for this flight. Got a little wing there. Lovely. Yeah, sunset. We might be landing just at as soon as the sun sets, so it could be quite dark. Parking brakes are released. Okay, starting at will. So start the timer. Set engines to ground. That's AP generator, right? Yeah, that's correct. And wait for the N2 speed of 25%. There's 10%, 11, 12. There's 20. 23, 24, and there's 25. There we go. In goes the fuel. And there's nothing else we need to do just before I check. That's looking all good up there. Set the logo light anti-collision, not logo light, anti-collision light, sorry. I should have turned on. But at least we started the timer. That terrain is going crazy. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so we're extremely light today, so there's no need for an N1 of like massive, crazy N1. So doing a D rate of 1. And waiting for the N2 speed of 25%. 23, 24, 25, there you go. Right, we're aligned with the taxiway now. Just waiting for GSX to stop. And as you can see, parking brakes are set. PMDG are needing to do what they did with the 747 by making their like a model shadow. So it's not just you can see the wing actually cuts off there. That's a spoiler alert, but yeah, they need to do something. It's a bit poor. Okay, start valve will close soon, like so. Engines stabilised. Auto brake to RTO. Flight directors on. We can arm the VNAV, not VNAV, that's going to arm LNAV. We need to accelerate or climb fast today, up to 11,000 feet. Right, packs can come to also now. AP bleed off. All damper come on. Engine generators on, AP can turn off. And Gen 1. And as you can see, we've got no warnings, which is perfect. So this is your little flight control check. So full left, you see the Yates shadow there, full right, all the way down, all the way up. The rudder left and rudder right, just you can see just there, and that's looking good. So let's get going. After we set the trim, so 5.28 is our trim today. Ever so slowly. That's 5. It's so much slower than what it used to do. That's 5.28. Right, release the parking brakes. Bring a bit of engine power in. Not much actually, because we're really light. So only a little bit, we're already going. So let's go and set flats 5 as well. There's flats 1, 2, 5. Just double check that down here as well. Yep, flats 5 is there, and you can see the indicator. It's going to land around about here, and if that works, it should work. And we're going to taxi down to the end of the runway. That's a gate. We're going to be taxiing this one. So that takes us onto the runway, which we don't want to do. We don't want to backtrack the whole runway, so we're going to go all the way down here. Yeah, so currently I'm on idle power and not decelerating that much. So I'm going to give it a little bit of power just to get us going. And we're going to taxi down, looks like down here. if I actually do click to F12, you can see our taxiway there, all the way down there. So yeah, we're turning left here. Right. Oh, I said left. Excuse me. I meant right. Right. So you can see we're actually currently in the shadows of the light, of the clouds. And you might think, if you look up, there's literally no clouds. Well, there are. There used to not be. But it is sunset, so the sun is actually producing cloud shadows from that direction. And as you can see, there's millions of clouds over there. So that cloud looks a bit vertical to me. Got the Emirates, or the ATC Tower, Newcastle. We should have turned some taxi lights on and runway turn-offs. They weren't really needed. We set engine speeds to continuous as well. Yeah, we are taxiing quite fast. 23 knots, but there is literally no aircraft around, and we want to go to our destination, don't we? Just love that view. So the orange sun on that ATC tower, really good. The wing flex though in PMDG, I think they just go over the top with it. Like some wind flex, I think the wings will actually fall off. Like the 737 wings are meant to be, unless the Boeing wings are actually really stiff, not stiff, like flexible. But yeah, the wing flex is crazy. Right, yeah. So we're gonna taxi all the way down to the 2,300 meter mark, which is around about 15 meters away from the end of the runway, and so that'd be a Delta 1, hold short. So we're not actually going to go into Charlie up here, because that is an exit point. It should say no entry, that no red mark there actually as well, or it could say hold short. We'll wait and see. Right, we are slowing down a bit, so I'm going to give the aircraft a bit more power. So what does this say? It says... No, it just says the runway numbers, that's fine. 25 and 07. Right, reduce some power now as well again. Look like this view. Oh, I thought I was going to see the sunset, sorry. But decided to get a lovely view of the wing and the engine. Right, here we go. So we're going to go crossing Delta 3, which is the inside turn. There is an outside one which you can go just about make it, see it there. But we're going to go here. Delta 3 and then Delta 1. So it's Delta 3 here, just see that sign there. Delta 1 is just here. Bit of braking, not too much. That's a bit too much, I'd say. Obviously there's no aircraft going to land at Newcastle. There's never aircraft landing in Newcastle. This is a very not a busy airport. So let's go straight on the runway and take off. So let's go and arm the auto throttle. So we can go toga. And turn on the lights now. Strobes on. And we're looking good. Alright, let's get going. So let's go and start the timer. Set about 50% on the N1. That's looking stable. Hit toga. Let's get going. So we're looking for an 89.4% N1. So airspeed is now alive. There's 80 knots. Bit of left rudder there. That's what we need. And back into the shade. Lovely. There's V1. Rotate. Pause the climb, go up. I do think the aircraft does give us a wrong trim, because I always had to put the yoke all the way to the back. I'm not sure if that's what they want you to do, so you don't have to like judge where you need to put the yoke, but that could be it. Yeah, we're pretty much good on the 1100 feet mark. There we go, just past it at literally the same correct height. So yeah, I think we'll be coming into Amsterdam. Oh, let's keep this flight rate all the way up. Should be arriving at Amsterdam around about night time, probably just sun setting. That's because that's 20 nautical miles. Zoom out a bit there. Let's keep climbing up to 3,000 feet. We'll reduce the power. I'll set VNAV now as well. That gives us a better angle. Yeah, so once we start accelerating, we can reduce the flaps. Like so. So nose, go and set the autopilot with the VNAV on. Don't know why I turned it off. There we go. FMC is telling us something. Yes, unable to. That's absolutely fine. We don't have to be there. It's just a max speed. So that's alright. So once we hit the flats 1 debug speed, we can reduce the flats 1, and actually all the way up, I'll say. It's going through some clouds there. Yeah, we could probably set to flaps 2 now actually as well. And just passing flats 1 speed, so all the way up on the flaps. And gear can come off, auto brake can come to off. And we can turn off these lights. Approaching standard pressure altitude. FMC is probably saying unable 250 knots. That's fine. It is a max speed, so that's all good. Actually, we're good. We're good. Go back to the legs page in this FMC there, and that's alright then. So we're free to climb up to 8,000 feet for the next waypoint, and free to do whatever speed actually as well. That's good. So we just passed transition, standard pressure there. There we go. And flaps all the way up, we can check as well on the wings, which is very helpful. And lovely view. There's the daytime, everyone can see us. So, lights off. And that's all fine. So, we can actually set the landing altitude again for Amsterdam just now, before we do anything else. So, I'm going to view the charts. 36 right landing altitude is -11. So, I'm going to set that to 0. Right, that's all set. So, hope you enjoyed the takeoff today. We're in Newcastle, off to Amsterdam. That scenery right there is absolutely amazing. Wow. Of the forest and the little towns and villages, as you can see as well. I think it's a city on the left, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so, hope you enjoyed the takeoff today. I'll see you in the descent down into Amsterdam. Enjoy the cinematics. Goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back into this short hop from Newcastle to Amsterdam. Currently descending. We did pass 20,000 feet quite a while ago, so passenger signs are on. Yeah, look, we're 16,000 feet into the massive cloud storm. I did say it might be sunset, and it certainly is, but it's definitely not nighttime. Sorry. Yes, I got that wrong. My thinking didn't go quite so well. I don't know if you guys realise I did put 37 flight level 370 in there, but I did adjust it to 390 after I stopped recording. So that's all set. Approach VRF is not selected, so let's go and set that in there. Flaps 30. Speed of 132. So that's set. We can also set the auto brake to 1. Actually, so light, I don't think we really need it. So turn it off and just do some manual braking. Along with the thrust reverse, I should keep auto brake on, but I have to do thrust reverse actually. So stay out of power, that'll be fine. So we're approaching Seagull, which must be below 100,000 feet and above 7,000 feet. 10,000 feet, not 100,000 feet. What am I on about? That's crazy. 10,000 feet and there's 7,000 feet. With also speed restriction, I think, as well. 250 knots, which we should. That's a max speed as well. So we're just gonna get slowing down for that. Get some flight intent speed brakes out, and zooming in this ND as well. This one going down to 20 nautical miles. That's at 40. Perfect. Right, slowing down. Just about though. 40 minutes of flying. We should be landing. Go to program page at 16:29 Zulu. So we're landing in 19 minutes. Yeah, we're currently over the sea right now. Can't see any land because there's clouds everywhere. We also need to set our transition level, which is set. That's fine. That's all set. Let's also go, while we're here, coordination minimums. So coordination Amsterdam is currently 1017. So that can be set in here, ready for when we transition. 10, is it 10 or 17? Yes, I don't know why I did 07. There we go. Along with the minimums today, because we're doing ILS approach to 36 right. With our minimums and there's so many minimums. Which to choose? What to choose? Probably go for the highest one I'm going to do today. It is quite cloudy, so that would be 227. The visibility is high, so that's fine anyway. I'll keep the speed brakes out just to slow us down even more. So it's past 10,000 feet, so landing lights and runway turn us, taxi light not, but that's all good. So slowing to 240 knots now. Our approach is a bit weird. You'll see what we're going to do when we get there. We pretty much fly over Amsterdam, and then back completely. About heading of 177, then we turn around to come into 360. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But we'll be flying over Amsterdam, taking a look at the lovely Lagfest airport, and then fly back away from the lag, and then come back to the lag into 36 right. And I'm not sure what gate we should be going to, but I'm sure I know which one it is. Probably the main KLM gate. The thing is, as well, at Amsterdam, there's a lot of one-way systems, which is a bit annoying. We've got some little green thing just flashed in there. I don't know if you saw that. Ah, see land. Oh, I think we're at the speed now. We can get rid of the speed brakes, and the thruster will come down, and we don't want to waste any fuel. It's a lovely wing view, that is. Right, let's come down here, and that's looking alright. So in at ref, let's go double check. So we're landing at a speed of 137, actually. 5 plus 2, 7, yes. So 137 is our landing speed with flaps 30. And apparently our winds, I don't know if that means crosswind or anything, it's 5 knots. Oh yeah. Yeah, because of things, it's to add 5 knots, there we go. So 137 is our landing speed. Oh, we need to put the RLS in. It's already put it there, 36 right, and 003. But we're going to put it down here as well, so 11.95. And this one as well. 111, sorry, not 11. And 003, which we can set in over here. Let's not do the long way around. Like so. That's all set. You can see the RLS actually, you can see it's just kind of kicked in. That's the legs page. I'm going to zoom in on this ND. And 10 nautical miles and 20 nautical miles now. Terrain's on, weather's on here. Traffic is activated. Air traffic, yep. Loads of air traffic. And, oh, I feel a bit of lag. Luckily, this is prepared version 4, and if I was prepared version 3, I might get an out of memory issue because how large this airport is. To be fair, we are completely full. So look at the shadows just cut out there. See, you've got a slight shadow there, then you here, and it's like massive shadow. Ugh. Weird. Right. Yeah, so pretty much we're heading straight at Amsterdam. You can actually see here. If I come up this ND here, you can see we're heading straight at it. Then we come out. Oh, here comes the lag for loading in the airport, and I can really feel the lag now. Oh, juicy. Alright. Airport should come into view soon actually once we get past these clouds. Hopefully we get past these clouds, I'll say. I think I can just about see it, like now I can't see it. So HPA is set, barre reference is set, everything's good for landing. So gear is off, that's fine. Nose brake is 1, that's set. We're going to arm the speed brakes. So speed brakes are now armed. You can just see that. You can see that little green light there as well. And I set the heading. There'll be a auto throttle landing. So lights are on, that's good. Everything's really pretty much alright. Everything's good for landing. Except the flaps and gear, which will be coming down soon. No point doing the flaps and gear now. It'll be a really slow approach then. Oh, my aircraft just came into view on my charts. There it is. Right. Right, I'm going to check with the speeds quickly, which everything looks alright. Go check the runway speed. 137, which is set. That's alright. That's good. That's all that matters. Right, so after this SPL VOR, we should be coming down to the NVNB waypoint, which we should be at 3,000 feet when we transition into the Schiphol. Right, I'm going to open, not open, but get open active sky, and check for any aircraft on final. It doesn't look like anything is on final, which is good. Actually, I think there's a couple aircraft on final for runway 06 actually as well, but none for our runway 36 right. Right, if I actually look forward a bit, and there's the airport. That's the crazy lagfest master. And back into the clouds. Oh, got a bit of a... Is that the... Where's the GA runway? The really short one. Normally GA use. No, I can't see it. Doesn't matter. We're still over the airport and we're still like travelling really fast, which is crazy. I think that's the GA runway just there. It's like 06, no it's not 06, it's like 04, is that 24? Yeah, 04 and, no, it's really short. And there's GA parking over there. 0422 runway. Yeah. Yeah, so you've got a couple of aircraft going to land in 06. It's just 2 at the moment, and I think there's a third one that should be coming in. But none. Oh, a fourth one. No, that's not one. So there's currently none coming into my runway, which is good. It's currently actually Amsterdam real life. Are you? Ooh, look at that, orange now, really orange. Yeah, currently Amsterdam are using 36 right and 06 for their landing runways, so that's all set and good. Looks like we're good on the VNAV as well. So yeah, as you can see, we're going to do like a little turn around. It's kind of a good turnaround and good. How to say it? It's easy to turn in that distance. It's not really a tight turn, so you have to like really force the aircraft to turn around for the approach. Got a couple of lakes actually as well. Big, is that a river maybe? I don't know. There's a lake over there and something over here. Some waterform thing, whatever. Right, one aircraft just landed. What's our go around altitude? It looks like 1500 feet apparently. Then we get vectors, so I'm going to set this down to 1500. And what height does ILS start? It does not say. That's perfect. D62. Yeah, it doesn't actually say what height. Yeah, actually no, it does. It does. Sorry, excuse me. 2,000 feet. So once we hit that, we should be on the ILS. Alright, this is a turn, so I'm going to set flaps 1, flaps 2, flaps 5. So we are going to go really slow for this turn. There is actually a tighter one we can do, but I'm not going to do that. As you can see, the aircraft has chosen to do the longer one. Right, if we do look back on ourselves, we should see the airport. Nope, clouds. Right, we're good. It's quite bright in here. It's probably because the sun's coming right up to us right here. 54 minutes of flying. Meant to be landing in 2 minutes ago. Right, actually, forgot about the standard pressure actually. QNH 1017 now. Right, it's approaching night, and so the wing light and leg light can now turn on. It says the round door's full open. It's always had that problem. It's not actually open or anything. It might be actually. Doesn't look like it. Don't even know where the round door is. Right. So we're turning all the way around now. That's looking good. So we do hold at 2,000 feet for quite a while until we start the ILS. There you go, all that black textures over there you can see. I don't know how YouTube's going to render that, but it's all loading in again. That's good. Oh, I enjoyed the good FPS. Yeah, so flaps are 5, I think. Yeah, they're good. Wow. Screenshot time. That might be the thumbnail. You guys will know. I have no idea what's going to be the thumbnail for this video. Right. Once you get across close to this waypoint, I'm going to hit the VOR localizer lock locked. So there you go. It's starting our turn. So I'm going to hit the there we go. It's already active, which is perfect. So that's just lining us up with the runway. So I can see on the charts when the ILS actually starts. So if the aircraft doesn't descend by then we're in trouble. Right, let's go and set some more flaps. Flaps 10. Flaps 15. I can see the runway just there. Oh, that might be the runway. Okay, I've got to go gear down. Like so. Flaps 25. Because our speed is a bit, well, as you can see, there's our speed. Yeah, so we should be 137 is our landing speed, so I'm going to go speed intervene this into 137, like that. Gear is down, 3 greens, flaps are 20, flaps is now 30, like so. Should be, yeah, you can see a green light on the flaps, which is good. So we've got 137 on the speed, and we're now lined up, so we're going to hit the approach, pretty much wait for the VNAV to cut out, which it should once this diamond aligns up with here. Which should be in a couple, maybe a mile, not sure how long it is away. Yeah, I can see the runway in sight if I zoom in a bit for you guys. There you go, that's the runway 36 right. Yeah, FPS is good again. Well, not good, but better than it was. Right, I'm going to set some dim lights here. That's all set. Dim lights. So we should be cutting out the VNAV soon. As you see the diamond, there we go. VNAV's cut out. We're on the ILS, single channel. So let's go and set dual channel, which I think that's what it means. I have no idea. But now I've got 2 autopilots, and we're on the ILS, which is good. Yeah, it's a bit fast for some reason. Also, throttles wanting to go that fast. I don't know why. Just about to pass our gear around altitude. I'm going to get rid of autothrottle now. Not autopilot, sorry. With the bar down, I should always just do the... Oh, there is no bar, it's like that thing, whatever that is. Right. Really old fashioned. Right, nose up, bring the nose to the right. Not old fashioned, it's just a bit older than... Yeah, this aircraft's pretty old. Yeah, let's keep the nose up a bit. We do have a bit of crosswind. Not much. It's perfectly fine. Wow, that is a bit... Is that gusting or something? Wow, that trim's not helping me. Let's set trim up a bit. That's better. Right, also throttle is kicking in once again. I can't see any PAPI lights though. It's a bit annoying. I think I had to remove the ones that they use in the flight tamper ones with the default P3D version. I had to fix it, but still I can't see anything. Unless I forgot to remove that Pappy Light file. I'll look into that. Unless there actually aren't any Pappy Lights in this runway, which I doubt. Most runways have Pappy Lights. Yeah, also possible, sorry. It's being a bit weird. It's keeping us quite fast. Yeah, no Pappy Lights for some reason. Oh dear, I'm descending a bit too fast then. Right, idle tower. Right, touchdown, idle reverse actually. Like so. And that idle reverse can cut out really fast actually. That's a lovely landing. So. Right. Get rid of the reverses, manual braking. And we're coming off on this exit here, so also brake can come off. Beautiful. Right, so tax light on and the lights off. So engine continuous speeds can come to off and strobe can come to steady. And start the timer as well. Not timer, APU. And stop timer though. 1 hour and 1 minute of flying. Gonna taxi to our gate now. So gonna try and work out the how everything works in the one-way system at Amsterdam. I'm not sure what gates KLM use. It is just behind us though, I know that. And one-way system's only that way, and so we're going to cross this and turn left. Hello. I think, yes, all the lights just changed. Wow. That just like, what the hell? Okay, well, weird. Right, let's go and set a gate. So these are gate Ds, and I want to be parking at gate D50s. So let's go pages all the way over here, gate 50. 51 will, not 51, 52. No, I can't do 52 either. Well, I can. No, there I can't. There's an aircraft right there. Let's go. I forgot to clear up as well. What's this gate right here? Actually, I could do 49 or 47, can't I? 47 is a heavy gate, but I'm going to go there anyway. Do not request to follow me. KLM. And you can see it just loaded in there. That's really weird when all the lights turned in and everything like disappeared. That's crazy. Right, flats are up. APU has started, I'm assuming. Yes, it has. Could get rid of the T-gas would help. And we can turn off the lights now. And your damper as well. You can set the APU bleed on. Right, here's our D47 gate. Going to turn into here. Yes, it's heavy, but we are still parked here. That was alright lining up, actually, I'd say. Let's get rid of that warning. And let's go and park. GSX telling us to go a bit to the left. Yeah, that's true. Oh, okay, that's a bit... I did not realise how fast I was going. Right, let's try and park with GSX. Like so. Yeah, I should have. Actually, the safe gate works here at Amsterdam. But I'm going to go with GSX just for now. And I'm going to set the AP generators on. AP generator is active. Engines can cut off now. And hydraulic pumps, probe heats, window heats. And that's looking good. Fuel pumps off. Anti-collision light off. Klaxon not high off, sorry. And that's pretty good. I did forget to shut that when I turned the batteries on. Now engines are off, we can get rid of the emergency exit lights. Seatbelt signs can come off. Come down here, go to the menu page, FS actions, ground connections, set the wheel chocks and set the PTO covers, as well as request deboarding. Control J, hopefully there's a jetway that comes up to us. We'll find out. Open the doors, that should help. Like so. There's a jetway coming over. Don't mean to open that door straight away. Yeah, so welcome to Amsterdam, Schiphol. I hope you enjoyed the flight today. Let's go and wait for that jetway to come over. This is definitely heavy. Yeah, I'm assuming it would want us to park here at the number 15 mark. Are we underground? Yeah, slightly. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the flight today from Newcastle to Amsterdam with this KLM 737-700. I enjoyed the flight. Definitely is sunset now, and let's go and stop this timer. Hear the passengers going away. 1 hour, 1 minute of flying. That's pretty good. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the flight today. I'll see you in the next one. And let's get that jetway in view, then I'll say goodbye. Yeah, so see you in the next one. Goodbye.